Hi guys, Berry Babe checking in. Sends makeup, sends even no lipstick. I put it in the bag to take to the hospital and I don't know where it went. And I'm itching. Oh, I'm itching. I'm not in a lot of pain, but I itch. Um, Surgery was Friday morning. Um, the 3 pounds of skin off my back, had a back lift. And along the way, he also reshaped my breasts. If you recall, I had tit and titlet. Well, I was a little concerned about when they put the augmentation in, how he was going to put in one set of rounds and have them come up even. Well, what he's done is, I thought I was going to have one incision right here where the breasts come together, and he was going to pull that up and attach it to my breastbone, the bone, because there's so much skin. What I ended up with was, I pretty much have a 360. I have seams under both breasts. They are more shaped closer together. Remember, titlet was kind of small on one side, small all over, but what he was going to do was take a wedge out from under my arm and then pull the skin up in the back. Well, my armpit has been reshapen, if that's a word. I'm on a little bit of medication. This isn't a drug vlog, but this is definitely a foggy vlog. I'm having issues with my right breast being very sore. When I had my arm lift, I had an issue for a couple of weeks. I could not let my right breast hang. Now that's when they were still very voluminous, but there was something that went on in that area. And so because he stretched titlet so far into my armpit, I'm bruised. I also have bruises on my arm here from being grabbed because they worked on both sides, so they had to flip me. I don't have bruises that I could see any other place except on this side. So for the first couple of days, I couldn't use this arm at all. And now I have limited mobility. I was able to take a shower by myself tonight, but even getting back into my garment was a little bit tricky. So I'm not really having pain per se. My incisions are very sore, and I am, like I said, bruised on this right side. I'm swollen. I had been doing, I'd been on HCG, and I'd been in ketosis. So one of the things that they caution you about is, between the anesthesia and the Percocet, constipation is a problem. Well, for me, when I'm on low carb, I'm constipated. So I started, when I got home Friday, and that's a whole nother story. Saturday I started eating things, high fiber Triscuit, things I knew made me go to the bathroom. Usually with my DS, things go right through. I did not have a good sit until late Sunday night, but I did finally have a good sit. However, even though I lost 3 pounds of skin, I'm up more than 10 pounds of fluid. And so I can feel it. I can feel it. And so I don't know whether I want to get back on keto to reduce the swelling, except then I probably will end up constipated. And one of the things they don't want you to do is strain to go. So I don't know. I think that being so swollen makes the itching worse because I have a seam all the way around. I can't lie on my side. I'm strictly lying on my back, and so anything that's under me causes a wrinkle. Not so much my skin anymore, but you know, a nightgown or a sheet or anything like that. the seams press in, and then when I sit up, my skin is actually wrinkled from being pressed into the fabric, and that itches. So here I am. I'm trying to scratch where I don't have incisions. I'm taking the pain medication now, not so much for the pain, but for the itching, you know? And they say itching is good. It means your incisions are healing. They're pretty messy, but as far as incisions go, they're not too bad looking. I did take some pictures. Excuse me, my husband's looked at them. He took the pictures actually and said no, he thinks they're looking pretty good. The spot where I had a bleed on Friday night, and the doctor must have suspected that that was going to happen because the nurses came looking for it. So had a lot of nausea this time, not usually had that. And they wanted to keep me overnight. And I didn't wake up as easily as I had, so they sent me to the floor, which was okay. And I was having a good sleep. I suspect they gave me something that I'm sensitive to. This is not an anesthesiologist that I've had before. And my surgery was over like at 10:30, and about 6:30, 7:30, I asked for pain medication. I hadn't had any in all that time, but I hadn't moved. Just laying there, I was okay. And they said, well, you have 2 different pills. Which do you want? I said, pills? I can't take a pill. I can't hold anything down. Right as she was asking her about that, she was giving me another shot in my IV of nausea medication. And so they called my doctor, and he okayed the, well, they were calling it intravenous. All I wanted was a shot. I didn't have to have intravenous, but okay. Well, that shot cleared up the nausea. And I was like, okay, I don't need the heavy duty stuff, just give me the pill. I know the pill will work, I'm ready to go home. Well, they don't want to let me go home. And I think this is a private hospital, and my surgeon is part owner, and I think that had I gone home, there was some staff that was going home as well. And so they were trying really hard to keep me there. And I ended up talking to my doctor on the phone, and I said, I feel fine. He said, well, you took a long time to wake up. That's why they sent you to the floor. Well, previously, I've had to fight them to send me to the floor. So this was kind of a surprise to me. And so he said, well, the thing is, if you are there, I probably can get the insurance to pay for overnight. Well, I was looking at my poor husband, and he'd been sitting there all day long. I hadn't planned on spending the night. If I'd planned to spend the night, I would have sent him home and had him come back the next day. And he said, but if you go home and then you have to come back, that'll be a different story. I said, I said, was there anything wrong with the surgery that I need to be concerned? He said, no. I said, then I'm ready to go home. And I came home and I was fine. So, you know, there's always drama, always drama. My incision is messy looking, not as bad as it was when I had my breast done. Usually I heal pretty well. It's not a straight line. We'll just have to see how it turns out. And even in this little bra right here, I still have these little blips right here, but I'm still very swollen, so we'll have to see. So I feel like I'm in slow motion. I feel like I'm a little stoned. But those of you, thank you so much. And I'm looking here at my get well wishes that arrived today. Thank you, Donna. And my cards. Thank you, guys. I know you'd want to see my face to know I was alive, other than just a text. And I probably won't be vlogging again for a while. I'm expecting things to progress. I'm almost at the danger spot, well enough that I can't sleep all the time, well enough not to want to sleep all the time, yet not well enough to get up and do anything. And if you do get up and do something, you're in danger of overdoing it. So I'm still pretty early out from the surgery. And now I feel like I'm really rambling. So that is all. There's not much else going on. So I don't know what I'm going to do about whether I want to jump back on the HCG and try to get rid of some of the bloat. I don't know. I'll decide as I go. Okay, that's all. Goodbye for now, guys.